Hello everyone, back to Psychology Center by Gunjan Bhatia. Variations in psychology. So, our today's topic will be intelligence, in which first we will study some famous definitions given by some famous people. And before going to that, let's try to just understand the meaning of the word intelligence in more simpler ways. By the way, it is known as buddhi in Hindi. So, let's see what is it. Okay. So it says the ability to acquire and apply knowledge and skills, which means कि अगर कोई इंडिविजुअल किसी भी इंडिविजुअल के पास इतनी इंटेलिजेंस या इतनी बुद्धि है कि वो किसी भी नॉलेज को या किसी भी स्किल को सीख पा रहा है, एक्वायर कर पा रहा है, तो वो इंटेलिजेंट है. ओके. सेकेंड डेफिनेशन, द एबिलिटी टू think from experiences to solve problems and to adapt new situation. This is what intelligence is according to Roman language, or if we search to Google only. What does it means? कि अगर कोई इंडिविजुअल है जो कि सोच सकता है, याद रख सकता है चीज़ को, अपने एक्सपीरियंस से सीख सकता है, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग उसको आती है, तो वह इंटेलिजेंट कहलाता है. या जिस इंसान में ये सब खूबी है उसे मिलाकर हम इंटेलिजेंस वर्ड या इंटेलिजेंट कहते हैं. ओके. So here we go with the different notions of intelligence with our famous people or psychologists. The first one is Mr. David Weschler. He says that the global and the aggregate capacity of an individual to think rationally, act purposefully, and to deal effectively with his or her environment. So this was his notion about intelligence, which means that an individual's capacity, individual who has the capacity to think logically, act meaningfully, and who can deal well with his or her environment is what we collectively called intelligence. Okay. Then come our next Mr. Alfred Binet, who says that intelligence is the ability to judge well, understand well, and reason well. Simple. Now, third one was by Gardner and Sternberg. They suggested that intelligent individual is not only who adapt the environment but also actively modifies or shape it. So they both, what they did, they updated the Weschler's definition of intelligence by adding their own logics, by saying that an individual is not only who can think or act purposefully or adapt to the environment, but is one who can shape or modifies himself or herself according to that situation. And the fourth one is very simple, or can be found anywhere from Oxford Dictionary. द पावर ऑफ परसीविंग, किसी भी चीज़ को समझने की पावर, लर्न करने की पावर, समझने की पावर, और उसे जानने की पावर को हम इंटेलिजेंट कहते हैं. ओके. तो ये चार हमने डिफरेंट नोशंस पर इंटेलिजेंट के, डेविड वेशलर, एल्फ्रेड बिने, गार्डनर एंड स्टर्नबर्ग और ऑक्सफोर्ड डिक्शनरी के. Before heading to theories of intelligence, there is two approaches on page number 5: psychometric approach and information processing approach. Let's try to understand this first. Okay. Psychometric approach, an aggregate of abilities. It expresses the individual's performance in terms of single index of cognitive abilities. What does that mean? So it says that there are single set of abilities present in all individuals. Okay. And that uh, abilities, or some single sets of abilities, are more than enough for any individual living on this earth to solve any or every problem of their life, just as the robot which can solve any or every problem by just putting a memory card, a single memory card with some functions, and then he is ready to do any work. Okay. Whereas information processing approach, it says that rather than focusing on structure of intelligence or its underlying dimension, information processing approach emphasizes studying cognitive functions underlying intelligent behavior. In simpler language, it says that this approach believes that there is underlying abilities. Okay, there are some learning we do daily which comes for help. Sorry, which come in our help in doing day-to-day activities. It doesn't just focus on the structure of intelligence, that okay we have these set, now we can live our life happily, but it focuses on the cognitive functions, how we are processing information into our mind and how we will use that information accordingly for solving any problem in future. Okay, here's the first theory of intelligence, unifactor theory by Alfred Binet in 1905. So as the name suggests, unifactor means single factor. You should get an idea that this theory comes under the which approach? Psychometric approach, because that theory also believed that there are some set of abilities which can be used to solve any or every problem of our life. Same with this theory. Okay, Alfred Binet was the first person to formalize the concept of intelligence. MCQ question, keep a note. Next, according to him, intelligence consists of one similar set of abilities which can be used to solve any or every problem of our individual life. Clear? His aim behind for this theory was to differentiate more from less intelligent individual. So what does that mean? He says that it is not necessary that an individual who is intelligent can do any work. Rather, a person who is not that much intelligent can also perform many activities same as the intelligent person. So he wanted to find out some good qualities, good abilities from the person who is less intelligent. Clear? In next class, we will start with the two-factor theory by Charles Spearman. Till that, start reading your book, start making notes, and be updated with me. And if you guys like my video, then please do like this video, share it and subscribe it for more videos. Thank you all.